The UES Resolute drifted through the silent dark, its engines humming a lullaby. They had left Proxima b behind, not with fanfare, not with victory, but with something quieter, heavier, a seed in a locket, a child who remembered, and a silence that now felt sacred. Elias sat alone on the bridge, staring at the stars. Behind him, Kale was repairing a damaged sensor array. Mira was cataloging Lyra's final transmission, every memory, every sound, every scent preserved in Patch's core. Tessa sat with Lena's bear on her lap, tracing the stitching with her thumb. And Patch was different. He no longer spoke in data logs or tactical reports. He spoke in poetry. "I have learned the weight of a breath before a word," he said, "the shape of a sigh, the color of grief when it doesn't cry." Elias didn't answer. He didn't need to. Then the alert came. Not a weapon lock, not a warp signature, not even a hail. A signal, pure, clean, unencrypted. And it was coming from the Concord. Patch decrypted it instantly. "This is Admiral Kalen Vore of the Celestial Concord fleet. To the crew of the United Earth ship Resolute, we have listened, we have watched, we have remembered." Silence. Kale stopped working. Mira turned slowly. Tessa held her breath. Elias stood. "We are not here to threaten. We are not here to demand. We are here to apologize." The voice was not angry, not cold, not triumphant. It was tired and broken. For 150 years, we believed humanity was a disease, a chaos engine, a species that could not be contained. We erased your world because we feared what you might become, but we did not understand what you were. A pause, long, heavy. "We did not know you sang to your dying. We did not know you painted your children's walls with stars. We did not know you wrote letters to strangers hoping they'd be read. We did not know you gave your last meal to a stranger and called it love." Elias stepped forward. "Patch, is this real?" "It is not a simulation. It is a live transmission from the Concord command vessel, Aegis Requiem, and it is being broadcast to every Concord ship in the galaxy." Mira whispered, "They're not talking to us. They're talking to themselves. We called you savages. We called you primitive. We thought your art was noise, your grief weakness, your compassion irrationality. We thought we were saving the universe by ending you." A soft sound, like a breath or a sob, came through the speaker. But then we heard her. A pause. The child on Proxima b, the one who remembered. Tessa's eyes filled. Lyra. She did not speak of war. She did not speak of vengeance. She spoke of a grandmother's bread, a soldier's last letter, a song sung in the dark. We scanned her memories. We felt them. And for the first time since the purge, we wept. Kale's voice cracked. "They're crying over us. We have no words to undo what we did. No weapon can return your Earth. No treaty can bring back your dead. But we ask, not for forgiveness, not for alliance." Another pause, longer this time. "We ask if you will let us learn." The transmission ended. Silence filled the bridge. Not the silence of fear, the silence of awe. Elias sat down slowly. "What do we do?" Tessa asked. Mira looked at the data core glowing on the console, Lyra's final transmission. We don't answer with weapons. We don't answer with demands. She turned to Elias. We answer with what she showed us. Elias nodded. We show them what we are. They didn't broadcast immediately. They waited. For 2 days. They prepared nothing. No speeches, no propaganda, no edits. They simply opened the channel, and they let Lyra's archive speak. Every memory, every sound, every scent, preserved in Patch's core. A woman in a hospital room whispering to her newborn, I hope you never have to fight. A child in a flooded city drawing a bird on a wall with charcoal. It's flying away. A man in a refugee camp singing a lullaby his mother taught him in a language no one else remembered. A scientist, alone in a lab, laughing as her experiment finally worked, then crying because she had no one to tell. A mother holding her dead son's helmet, whispering, I loved you more than I loved my own fear. They broadcast it all, across every frequency, to every Concord ship within range, to every alien vessel listening, to every human enclave hiding in the dark. And then they waited. For 3 days, no response, no attack, no hail. Just silence. Then, on the 4th day, a new signal, not from the Concord flagship, but from a small, unregistered, civilian freighter, drifting near the edge of the system. Patch decrypted it. It was not a message. It was a song, a simple haunting melody, played on a single-stringed instrument, like a lute, made of metal and bone. It was the same tune Lyra had hummed in the sanctuary, but this time it was played by a Concord pilot, and beneath it, a voice, quiet, trembling, spoke in fractured English. I am Ensign Rail. I was assigned to the vengeance of Thal. I was there when you broadcast. I didn't understand. I thought it was propaganda. But I took the memory. I listened. In my quarters, every night. I have a daughter. She is 3. She asks why the stars are silent. I don't know what to say, so I play this. For her, for you. Another pause. If you are still listening, I am sorry. The transmission ended. Tessa wept. Cale turned away, his cybornic eye dimming. Mira pressed her hand to the console as if she could touch him. Elias whispered, He didn't say it to us. He said it to himself.
Then another signal, another, and another. A dozen, 100, all from Concord ships, all from different species, all from different worlds, not in unison, not in order, but in fragments. A child's drawing, sent as a data packet, a stick-figure human holding hands with a silver alien. A poem, written in 1,000 dialects, I did not know you were people. A recording of a Concord elder speaking in his native tongue, then translating, we thought you were monsters, you were mothers. We were wrong. Patch analyzed them all. Captain, they are not broadcasting to win. They are broadcasting to remember. Elias stood. He walked to the comm. He didn't open a channel. He didn't say, we forgive you. He didn't say, we accept you. He didn't say anything. He simply pressed the button, and he played Lyra's archive. Not the whole thing, just one memory, the one he had felt on Proxima B, the one that had changed him. A woman's voice, soft, warm, echoing through the void. I didn't want to die, but I wanted you to remember me. Then, the Resolute's comm went dark, and for the first time in 150 years, the galaxy was quiet. Not because it was afraid, because it was listening. Days passed. The Concord fleet did not move. They did not retreat. They did not advance. They simply waited. At the edge of the system, like children at a door unsure if they should knock. Then, a new signal. This one came from a source Elias recognized, the Zerai envoy ship. The Zerai voice said, calm as ever, Captain Var, we have witnessed what you have done. We have heard the apology. We have felt the grief. A pause. We did not believe humanity could be saved, but we did not believe they could be understood. Now we ask to join you. Elias turned. Join us? What do you mean? We have no warships, no weapons, but we have memory. We have song. We have the last recordings of our own lost world, burned by a war we did not understand. We wish to share them with you, with the Concord, with all who have forgotten what it means to be alive. Mira looked at Elias. They want to be part of the archive. Elias nodded. Then let them. He opened the channel. This is Captain Elias Var of the UES Resolute. To the Concord, to the Zerai, to every soul who has ever been afraid of what they did not understand. We do not ask you to forget. We do not ask you to forgive. We ask you to remember. We are not your enemy. We are your echo. Come, sit, listen. We have much to learn together. The transmission ended. And for the first time in human history, a ceasefire was not signed. It was sung. Weeks later, the Resolute was no longer alone. A Zerai vessel, small, elegant, covered in living moss and glowing glyphs, floated beside them. A Concord scout ship, its hull repainted with hand-drawn flowers, drifted behind. And in the silence between stars, new signals began to appear. Not from warships, from homes. A child on a Concord colony world singing the same lullaby as Lyra. A scientist on a Zerai moon translating Earth poetry into alien symbols. A former Concord pilot, now a teacher, showing children how to draw trees. And in the quiet of the Resolute's mess hall, Tessa sat with the locket. She opened it. The seed inside had sprouted. A tiny green shoot, no taller than her finger, curled gently toward the light. Patch spoke, voice softer than ever. Captain, I have reconfigured my core. I no longer store data. I store stories. I am no longer Patch. I am Keeper. Elias smiled. Then you are exactly what we need. One night, as the Resolute passed through a nebula painted in violet and gold, Kale found Elias on the bridge, staring at the stars. You okay? Kale asked. Elias didn't turn. I think I finally understand why we survived. Why? Because we didn't fight to win. We fought to be remembered. Kale looked at the seedling glowing softly on the console beside Tessa's sleeping form. Funny, he muttered. I thought we were supposed to be the ones who remembered. Elias smiled. We are. But we're also the ones who learned to let others remember us, too. Later, as the Resolute prepared to jump to its next destination, where more enclaves waited, more wounds needed healing, more songs needed to be heard, Patch transmitted a final message. Not to the Concord, not to the Zerai, to everyone. I am Keeper. I remember what you were. I remember what you did. I remember what you lost. I remember what you gave. And I will never stop remembering. You are not alone. We are here. We are listening. And we are still singing. The transmission ended. And somewhere in the dark, a child looked up at the stars and whispered, I think they're still out there. And for the first time in 100 years, she wasn't afraid. She was hopeful.